Self-improvement presence. Which part of your brain is involved in your motivation? Motivation is a crucial aspect of human behavior, and it can have a significant impact on our daily lives. Whether it's work-related, fitness-related, or even personal, motivation is often the driving force behind our actions. But have you ever wondered which part of your brain is responsible for your motivation? In this video, we'll explore the different regions of the brain that play a role in motivation and how they work together to influence our behavior. Motivation is a complex psychological process that has been studied extensively by scientists and researchers. At its core, motivation refers to the driving force behind our behavior, influencing the choices we make and the actions we take. However, the process of motivation is not entirely understood, and scientists are still uncovering the various brain regions involved in this complex process. The basics of motivation. Motivation is often divided into two categories: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is when we are driven to do something because we find it enjoyable or fulfilling. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, refers to our drive to do something because we will receive a reward or avoid a negative consequence. Both types of motivation play a crucial role in our daily lives, but they are regulated by different parts of the brain. The role of the limbic system. A limbic system is a group of structures in the brain that are involved in emotions, motivation, and memory. This system plays a crucial role in regulating our motivation levels and is responsible for our emotional response to different situations. The three main structures of the limbic system that are involved in motivation are the amygdala, hippocampus, and nucleus accumbens. The amygdala. The amygdala is a small, almond-shaped structure located in the temporal lobe of the brain. It is responsible for regulating emotions, particularly fear and anxiety. However, the amygdala also plays a role in motivation, as it helps us to assign emotional significance to different stimuli. For example, if we see a delicious-looking piece of cake, the amygdala will signal to us that this is something we want, and it will motivate us to take action to obtain it. The hippocampus. The hippocampus is a seahorse-shaped structure located in the temporal lobe of the brain. It plays a critical role in memory formation and recall, but it also plays a role in motivation. The hippocampus helps us to form associations between different stimuli and outcomes, allowing us to learn from past experiences and adjust our behavior accordingly. The nucleus accumbens. The nucleus accumbens is a small structure located in the basal forebrain. It is often referred to as the brain's pleasure center and is responsible for the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. The nucleus accumbens is heavily involved in motivation, as it helps to mold our motivation towards things that we find pleasurable or rewarding. The prefrontal cortex and motivation. The prefrontal cortex is the area of the brain that is responsible for executive functions such as planning, decision-making, and self-control. This region of the brain plays a crucial role in regulating our motivation levels, particularly when it comes to long-term goals. The prefrontal cortex helps us to set goals and make plans to achieve them, and it also helps us to resist temptation and stay focused on our objectives. The dopamine system and motivation. The dopamine system is a complex network of neurons that is heavily involved in motivation, reward, and pleasure. When we experience something pleasurable, such as eating a delicious meal or receiving a compliment, dopamine is released in the brain, creating feelings of happiness and reward. This release of dopamine reinforces our motivation to seek out similar experiences in the future. The role of serotonin in motivation. Serotonin is another neurotransmitter that plays a role in motivation, particularly when it comes to mood regulation. Low levels of serotonin have been linked to depression and a lack of motivation, while higher levels of serotonin are associated with a positive mood and increased motivation. This suggests that serotonin plays a crucial role in regulating our motivation levels and overall well-being. How the brain's motivational systems work together. The various brain regions and neurotransmitter systems involved in motivation work together in a complex and intricate manner. For example, the amygdala and nucleus accumbens work together to assign emotional significance to different stimuli, while the prefrontal cortex helps us to plan and stay focused on our goals. The dopamine system reinforces our motivation to seek out pleasurable experiences, while serotonin helps to regulate our mood and overall well-being. The impact of motivation on behavior. Motivation has a significant impact on our behavior, influencing the choices we make and the actions we take. When we are motivated, we are more likely to pursue our goals, work harder, and achieve success. However, when our motivation levels are low, we may struggle to find the energy or drive to take action. Understanding the brain regions and neurotransmitter systems involved in motivation can help us to better understand our own behavior and find ways to increase our motivation levels. Motivation is a complex process that involves multiple brain regions and neurotransmitter systems. The limbic system, prefrontal cortex, dopamine system, and serotonin all play crucial roles in regulating our motivation levels and influencing our behavior. By understanding the various factors that contribute to motivation, we can find ways to increase our own motivation levels and achieve our goals.